Hello everybody. Today I want to be doing a video on my relationship with Disney overall and just why I want to talk about this because it's just a subject that I feel strongly about and yeah. So the first thing I want to say is I don't hate. I don't know. That's actually a little bit weird. Maybe I do. I don't truly hate Disney. They've made some great movies, published some great movies, stuff like that, and yeah, that's fine and nice. I'm not the biggest Disney movie fan. A lot of people worship movies like The Lion King and stuff like that. I like those movies. They're not bad, but they're just not my thing. Uh, I don't praise The Lion King, and I don't cry when Simba's father dies. Or sorry, I'm you you know what I mean. I don't know if I got the names wrong. It's been years since I've watched The Lion King, and I'm not a I don't love The Little Mermaid, and I don't worship any of the movies. I'm not even I don't even know what my favorite Disney movie is. It's probably something that most people don't even think about when they think of Disney. So. But I'm not gonna. That's not the point right now. My Disney is all right. Okay, they're not the most corporate overlord company ever. Playing a game by one of them, but yeah. So with Disney, my problems with them start with the acquisition of LucasArts. If you do not know, back in 2012, something like that. Oh, it was a long time ago now. But Disney acquired LucasArts, and LucasArts owns the right to Star Wars. They also own the rights to a bunch of other games and other franchises and stuff. But that's not where my biggest quarrel lies with. And granted, if it hadn't been for Disney, we wouldn't have gotten the new canon, which I appreciate a lot, and we also wouldn't have gotten, or maybe not have gotten, the new movies. Which that is take it how you like about The Force Awakens, but it's starting more, so that's great. My best thing I can say about them is, they brought back my favorite franchise ever, from the dead. Not really from the dead, I guess, but just brought it back to life. Had a big resurgence and gave it some new games and a new person to make the game, stuff like that. And so Star Wars is back, but a lot of bad things came. One being the complete removal of the old EU. And if you don't know, the EU is the extended universe of Star Wars, and it was basically all the comics and shows and books and anything like that. There have been some gems in there, just great fucking games and shows and movies and books like Plagueis or Death Troopers. I love Death Troopers and all that stuff. That technically doesn't exist anymore because it's not canon. It's still there to enjoy and read. You can still read the book and love it, but it's not canon anymore. I don't have the biggest problem with that because the EU, in my opinion, was a clusterfuck, and there was just a lot of stuff in there that I could give no shits about. I've always wanted to play Knights of the Old Republic, and I do plan on playing it. But so much of that, pretty much, that's the only shit I would actually bring into new canon. Anything after Episode 6, I think, should be just, redone. If you guys don't know, the Emperor was rebirthed about 5 times. Thrawn was great, but there's a lot of cool history there. Not gonna lie, there is some cool stuff after Episode 6 in terms of EU, but it's all not that great. So removing the EU and starting a new canon, it was pretty good in my opinion because that gave us a fresh start. My biggest problem is the everything they canned. At the time, Star Wars: The Clone Wars was running, and that was a fantastic show. And they replaced it with Rebels. And now, granted, Rebels is a great show. It's a good show. I shouldn't say great. The only thing that I have to say about Rebels is the fact that it's only good because it's running off of the Clone Wars. The best episode of Rebels had nothing to do. It was completely about the Clone Wars, basically. The season 2 finale. It was emotional because mainly of the Clone Wars. Which, if the Clone Wars hadn't have happened, then everybody would have just been like, oh, okay, that was a pretty good episode. But, all of the great things about Rebels is because of the Clone Wars. Great TV show. What else? The fact that because of the acquisition of LucasArts, bunch of games were canceled. We had, I'm not sure, I'm pretty damn sure that Free Radical, their Battlefront was canceled. 1313 canceled. Supposedly there's a Darth Maul game that was canceled. Other stuff too. There was a bunch of canceled shit. Disney really, really fucked the Star Wars games. Every one of them. We could have so much more if Disney wasn't a bunch of pieces of shit. But instead, the license to make Star Wars games was given to EA. What's the first thing you put out? Well, they put out? Of course, it's Battlefront, you know, the most popular of all Star Wars games, and it just happens to be shit. Now, a lot of people blame EA for this, but it isn't EA's fault. It isn't at all. It's Disney's. Disney rushed the development time. It was only supposed to be, they were supposed to have much more time, but they wanted it to be out before The Force Awakens, so Disney was like, nah, we're putting it out now. So that pisses me off, because this game could have been much better. Granted, maybe the $50 season pass wasn't Disney. That may have been EA too. But still, we are getting some more Star Wars games, and maybe we'll get some great not shots. Maybe we'll get some great games out of that. But we have to wait and see. We could have gotten many before that, and it just sucks. So I don't hate Disney. I really don't hate them. I have a lot of problems with them that they could easily change. For example, they could hire 1313 is supposedly really close to being finished, and Free Radical's Battlefront was finished, and then they had the team went and made it and called it Galaxy in Turmoil, and still EA wouldn't let them make it. Disney had executive powers; they could make it happen, but no. So, yeah, that's about it for this commentary. If you guys share the same opinion, let me know. If you have any other opinions too, let me know in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.